Welcome back. So we're going to continue with the lines in the hand, and now we are going to do the lifeline and the fate line. Now, unfortunately, the lifeline is a little bit like the death card in the tarot. It's all anybody wants to know. It's like, how long is my lifeline? How long am I going to live? And it actually doesn't work like that. You can have a very short lifeline, but it'll be fine. It's got nothing to do with how long you're going to live. So we have to be careful about making these assumptions. So here we go. These are the two lines. So it's this fella here that goes round and down. That's your lifeline. And the other one we're going to cover is the fate line. Now, to my mind, that is the most important line in the hand. And it's the one that goes up the centre, like this. The fate line goes up the hand, and the lifeline comes down. Now, it is a little bit more tricky to see the fate line if you haven't got a decent print. So I'll show you on this one here, which I have already uploaded yesterday. Whoopsie, that's the fate line. It comes up the centre there. Okay, this person's got a pretty good fate line, and this is the lifeline coming down there like that. Now, the lifeline shows you your life's energies. It isn't how long you're going to live. Let me demonstrate. I can't remember who this person is. Well, she's not with us anymore, so there we go. So that one has highlighted for you the lifeline. It's the one that goes round the thumb. And what else have I got here? Oh, this is interesting. So have a look at this fate line. Have a look at this lifeline here. Okay, and see where it goes. Yeah. Now, if your lifeline comes all the way around your hand and all the way down to your wrist, you'll live to 604 at least. If your lifeline is like this person here, comes round and sort of stops, your energy levels will be really low. Well, not low, they'll be, your energy levels will have a stop point. Now, the longer that your lifeline is, and it goes all the way around like that, you have an infinite amount of energy, and you can just be like the Duracell bunny. Like, you could go on forever until 3 a.m. Not that I recommend that. Sleep's important. You need to be in bed by 10. If your fate line ends earlier than the bottom of your hand, because it's going to come, because time-wise it comes round and down. If your lifeline ends earlier than the bottom of your hand, then you're a person whose energy levels are really depleted, and you need to be doing something about it. Because the average person, their lifeline comes all the way around and ends at the bottom like this. Now, another thing I need to point out is that your lines in your hands got nothing to do with how much you flex your hand. Go and find a builder, okay? Go and find somebody who spends all day with their hands, and you will find they probably don't have that many lines in their hands, because it's got nothing to do with flexing. In fact, the more intelligent a person is, degrees, philosophy, whatever, the more lines they will have, yeah? So it's got nothing to do with how much you flex fingers. Find a seamstress. Have a look at their hands, yeah? So this person here, whose lifeline ends quite early in their hand, their energy levels are pretty depleted, and they need to do something about it. This actually was the person that in fact, I don't know who it is, because I haven't written on there. It's really bad of me. It's some random hand that I took. But you need to be, and you'll see in my hand, okay, so there's my lifeline, coming all the way round, down to here, okay. So I could do, and I could be, do yourself, buddy, but I know that's not good for me, so I don't do it. But my energy levels are pretty good, provided I've had enough B12. Okay? So your lifeline, and they can go in all different directions, but generally speaking, it comes round the hand and down. So it goes round in this direction. Okay, so you're looking for the line that comes round and down. Now, I have no idea which direction your lifeline is going to be going and where it ends up, but that's just as a general rule, the direction that it will go in. Okay, so have a check of your lifeline, take a print of it, whack it in the comments, let me know what your lifeline's doing, and we'll talk about it, yeah? So it's about your life energy, not the length of your life. Okay, because people have this mistaken belief, oh, I've got a really long lifeline, I'm going to live to be 902. But you know, maybe your parents only made it to 60, so you're genetically just not programmed to be living a long life. But it might be that your energy levels are brilliant. Okay, so I don't know how long I'm going to live. My mum lived to be 92, my dad lived to be 60, so let's take the average between the two. Maybe if I make it to 70 or 80, then I'll be a happy bunny. Right? Anyway, I don't think the lifeline's that important. What I do think is important, and this is my personal opinion now, is this fella that comes up the centre here. And it starts at the bottom and it goes upwards in the hand like that. So I've got, let's grab some here. Oh no, I can't use that because it's a member of the family. I haven't got their permission. This one here, lovely lifeline, a fate line. Okay, so this is the fate line, comes up. Now the fate line is, if you imagine your path in life, the fate line is that. It lets us know whether or not you are in control of your destiny or outside circumstances. Now, not everybody has a fate line. In some people's hands, it is absolutely and completely missing. There'll be other lines, line of Mercury, like a sort of shooting in here, but they don't have a fate line. Now, in my left hand, let's look at my chart again. Okay. So there's my little fate line here. He doesn't start there at the bottom. What was going on here? So I didn't come into being in control of my life until I was actually in the 30s and I'd given birth. It's just not there in my left hand, because the left shows your potential, your right's what you do with it. There'll be a difference between the two. Have you made some changes? So I really wasn't in control of my life until much later on. Oh, get me. Let me show you once again. That's not very clear, that one. So here we go. This person. I've highlighted it. Oops. Okay. Fate line. And their fate line doesn't start in a very good position. It starts here. It's supposed to start down there, and they're still just like, oh, it sort of starts later, like mine later. Oh, what were they up to? Let me stick my goggles on. This person's fate line starts in such a funny position. It's right to the side of where it should be, and so it does go up. It's supposed to, you know, end up between the middle digit, not the middle finger, no such thing, middle digit. But there starts in the mounted moon, which is like all imagination, like totally not in control of. And I do remember this person, and I know a bit about their personality, and that is absolutely rather true. So your fate line, and the longer that your fate line is, the more you're going to be in control of your destiny, because the fate line represents whether or not you're in control. And as I say, some people don't have them, so I'm really you if you haven't got one, but you will have to get in the driving seat of your life if you haven't. It's such an important line. It's more, you know, if all I ever look at all day is just someone's fate line, I will know. In fact, there's a difference in my hand, because in my right hand, if I can get that up to the screen properly with a bit of light on there, is the one that goes up the centre there. See, there's this awful line that comes out of here that does some sort of weird SHIT, but eventually it starts to appear, and it goes up my hand. So I am now in the driving seat of my life. And what I mean is, you can be the victim of circumstance. Oh, they did it to me. But you know, you're not in the driving seat, like, I'm going to make a decision, I'm going to train in this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to become an astrologer, and I'm going to be doing my palmistry professionally, and I'm going to learn some training and get some counselling skills training and some other training, and I'm going to do it properly. So you need to, I think, my opinion now, nobody else's, is my opinion, I think it's better that you are in control of your own destiny rather being the victim of fate. And that is what the fate line is all about. Are you in the driving seat of your life, or is someone else running your life for you? Now, you can have things called influence lines that come. I was very much under the influence of other people. So their opinions, their views, and then I was like, and I got in the driving seat and I started to be, you know, in control of my own life. But I said it didn't happen until I became a mum. Let me go back to this one again. This is like a fate line here, this person. Okay, goes right up the centre of that. Look at that. That's lush. Auntie Mary likes that one. It's not. Is it the same on the other side? If it isn't the same person, I used a piece of paper for two different people, but it's a little bit. It's not as. Oh, there we go. Lovely now. Fate line. In control of your own destiny. But look at the lifeline. How it's joined into it. The lifeline should really be starting down here, but it's joined into it. So they're sort of giving a bit of their energy away. So that's a little bit of information there about the lifeline. Got nothing to hang with. It's what your energy level's like. Fate, our most important line is like, where are you going? Are you in the driving seat? So stick some comments in the comments box. I'm going to have my dinner in a minute. So let me know your opinion. What have you got as far as lifeline and fate line goes? So hope you have a fab day. You can get in contact with me. It's www.maryenglish.com, maryenglish.co.uk, or UK Astrology if you want to see the articles all about astrology. And I hope you have a fab day. I'll be back again tomorrow. Tomorrow we're discussing the mounts. Mounty bits of the hand, and then on day 7, so we've done a whole week, we're doing the minor line. So we could do the marriage line. Am I ever going to be married? The marriage line and the line of Mercury, and we'll probably do a bit of Apollo as well. So we'll do the minor lines. So we've covered the major. So far we've done thumb, we've done handprints, how to take your prints, we've done fingers, we've done the headline and the heart line. Today we've done the lifeline and the fate line. Tomorrow it's mounts, and the day after, last day, it'll be the marriage line, Mercury line, and the line of Apollo. So it's all about your money. Have a birthday. Bye.